यन्मायावशवर्ति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्मादिदेवासुरा यत्सत्त्वादमृषैव भाति सकलं रज्जौ यथा हेर्भ्रमः यत्पादप्लवमेकमेव हि भवाम्बोधे स्थितिर्षावता वन्देऽहं तमशेषकारणपरं रामाख्यमीशं हरिम्। श्रीराम जय जय राम ॐ 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 जय राम ॐ जय राम ॐ। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। After 13th Doha. जब ते राम कीन्ह बनवासा. All of you are able to hear me? Okay. Your sound needs to go up. I can see somebody. Should it be louder or you can hear me? All of you. Okay. Then you check your speaker. जब ते राम कीन्हतः बास सुखी भये मुनि बीती त्रास गिरिवन नदी ताल छवि छाये दिन दिन प्रतियति होहि सुहाये खग मृग वृंद आनंदित रहे मधुप मधुर गुंजत छवि लहै सोबन बरनि न सकहि राजा जहाँ प्रगट रघुबीर बिराजा एक बार प्रभु सुख आसीना लक्ष्मण बचन कहे छलहेना सुर नर मुनि सचराचर साई मैं पूछऊ निज प्रभु की नाई मोहि समुझाई कहूँ सोई देवा करऊँ चरण रज सेवा कहु ज्ञान विराग अरु माया कहु सो भगति करहु जेहि दाया ईश्वर जीव भेद प्रभु सकल कहु समुझाई जाते होई चरण रति शोक मोह भ्रम जाई थोरि ही मह सब कहु बुझाई सुनहु तात मति मन चित लाई मैं अरु मोर तोरत माया जेहि बस कीन्हे जीवनि काया गोचर जह लगी मन जाई सो सब माया जाने भाई तेहि कर भेद सुनहु तुम सो विद्या पर अविद्या दो एक दुष्ट अतिशय दुख रूपा जाबस जीव पराभव कूपा कर चै जग गुण बस जाके प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बलता के ज्ञान जह एक नाहि देख ब्रह्म समान सब माहि कहिय तात सो परम विरागी तृण सम सिद्धि तीनि गुण त्यागी माया ईसन आप कहू जान कहीं सो जीव बंध मोक्ष प्रद सर्व पर माया प्रेरक सेव धर्मते विरति जोगते ज्ञान मोक्ष पद ब्रेद बखान जाते बेगी द्रवौ में भाई सो मम भगति भगत सुखदाई सुतंत्र अवलंबन आन, तिहि आधीन ज्ञान विज्ञान। भगति तात अनुपम सुख मूला, मिलई जो संत होई अनुकूला। भगति की साधन कहु बखान, सुगम पंथ मोहि पावहि प्राण। प्रथम ही विप्र चरण अति प्रीति, निज निज कर्म निरत श्रुति रीति। एहि कर फल पुनि विषय विराग, तब मम धर्म उपज अनुराग। श्रवणादिक नव भक्ति दृढ़ाहि, मम लीलारति अति मन माहि। संत चरण पंकज अति प्रेम, मन क्रम बचन भजन दृढ़ नेम। गुरु पितु मातु बंधु पति देवा, सब मुहि कह जाने दृढ़ सेवा। मम गुण गावत पुलक शरीरा, गद गद गिरा नयन बह नीरा। काम आदि मद दंभन जाके, तात निरंतर बस में ताके। बचन कर्म मन मोरि गति, भजन करहि निष्काम। तिनके हृदय कमल महु, करहु सदा विश्राम। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। In entire Ramacharitmanas, this is one of the most important prasanga. Swami Akhandanandji Maharaj writes that Ramagita is the summary of Uttarakanda of Ramacharitmanas. That whatever things are elaborated there in so many different ways, elaborate description is there. All concepts are given in a seed form in Sri Rama Gita. So one activity or exercise is to map Sri Rama Gita to Uttarakanda. Each question which is answered and how that question is elaborated in Uttarakanda. But we don't need to do it right now. When we study Uttarakanda, we'll be able to connect the dots. But the main questions, what Lakshman ji had asked, we should know the precise answers. The question about what is Maya. Bhagwan had said, Main arumor torate Maya. I and mine, you and yours. This is the expression of Maya. But Maya is of two types. One is Avidya Maya, another is Vidya Maya. Avidya Maya expresses in this way: I and mine, you and yours. And Vidya Maya is responsible for this creation. And it is harmless by itself. The flowers, the mountains, rivers, when you look at them, we remember the Lord. What puts us in bondage is Avidya Maya. So that was the answer Bhagwan had given for what is Maya. Then he said, what is knowledge? Jnana man jaha ekahu nahi, deka brahma samana sabha mahi. What is knowledge? He said, that where there is no ego, where there is no abhimana, that is knowledge. Or if you emphasize on the word ekahu nahi, that understanding of I, devoid of all conditionings, that is knowledge. Abidance in unconditioned consciousness, that is true knowledge. And seeing this entire creation as an expression of that consciousness, that is also part of knowledge. That was the second question, what is knowledge? And who is Parama Viragi? Third question was, what is Vairagya? Truna Samasiddhi Tini Guna Tyagi. The one who can give up all siddhis just like a blade of grass. Siddhi, we had translated it as titles of ego. One who doesn't want to wear any titles on this ahankara, that person is not too far from moksha. Parama viragi means that. Another important point in Siddhi is whenever Siddhis are shown, there is a chance that this person will become Vyaktinishta. Vyaktinishta means what? He has lot of faith, lot of reverence in person. What gets pushed behind is Shastra. So scriptural perspective is Shastra is in front, all Siddhis are behind. Even if it is there, it is not emphasized. So what is this kind of Vairagya? It will take us from Vyaktinishta to Shastra-nishtha. Wherever Siddhis are seen, and if we value those Siddhis, then that Nishtha becomes in a Vyakti. And scriptures don't want to say, have your Nishtha in some another Vyakti. They say, have your Nishtha first in Bhagwan. And final Nishtha is in the self, not in any person. So that was about Vairagya. Then what is Maya? What is Ishvara? What is Jiva and what is Ishvara? Bhagwan said, one who doesn't know about Maya, doesn't know about Ishvara, doesn't know his own true nature, the person who is ignorant is Jiva. And the one who bestows liberation is Ishvara. That question was also answered. Then the last question was, what is bhakti by which you melt? Bhagwan said, any action that is done to please me, any action which is done with the heart of pleasing Bhagwan, he says that is called as devotion. It is just like a small child doing something for you out of love. It might not be the best. If small child comes and says, I want to sing a song. Now we are not going to see whether his talam is correct or ragam is correct. He says, just the bhavana that you wanted to sing for me gives us joy. Same way for Bhagwan also, whatever things are done to please the Lord. At thought level, speech level, and action level, that is called as bhakti. And before that, Bhagwan said a very important statement, dharmate birati jogate jnana. Jnana mokshaprada beda bakhana. After 15 Doha, means if a person is living a dharmic life, he will be saved from doing lot of erroneous things. He will get vairagya from several other things. Means if every quarter of his day is filled with activities where he doesn't get a chance to look left and right, whatever erroneous things one could have been drawn towards, all of that he'll be saved from. That is why it is said, dharmate birati, jogate jnana. And think of it this way, if a person makes a resolve, before going to sleep, 1 hour, every day I will chant something. Vishnu Sahasranama or something. Few minutes of japa, few minutes of dhyanam. Now, whatever things the mind would have been pulled towards, it might be a movie, it might be something else, all of that will be removed just with this one niyama. Means that which will save us from kamya karma is abidance in nitya karma. That is why that line has come, dharmate birati jogate jnana. That person will get knowledge. Jnana mokshapada beda bakhana. Then Bhagwan said, the greatness of bhakti is, it is independent in giving result. And unless upasana is strong, mind has been prepared through devotion, knowledge to take root is difficult. What is sign of weak upasana? Strong ragadvesha. What is the sign of strong upasana? Weakened ragadvesha. Likes and dislikes are not overpowering. That is the immediate result of upasana. Thinking about the Lord, thinking about Bhagwan as all pervading. In that mind, knowledge takes place. That is why knowledge as though comes after bhakti. Bhagati tat anupama sukhamula. This devotion is something which will give a lot of joy. In fact, joy is there only where there is love. Even in the world, you see, if you love somebody, then everything about that person gives joy. So here Goswamiji says that same love, if you can direct towards the Lord. Worldly love, worldly joy is sukha. But he says love for the Lord is anupama sukha. Unexcelled bliss. That is how this path of devotion is. Milai jo santa hoi anukula becomes easier if you find a saint. Now, different essentials in sadhana of bhakti is mentioned. We had seen the first two. Pratamahi bipra charana ati priti. First step is love for spiritual life. Whatever spiritual practices are there, whoever is doing it, feeling inspired to do it. Otherwise, imagine we say we revere Vipra, but we don't want to do what he is doing. He says that reverence and love has not fulfilled its purpose. So, Pratamahi Vipra Charana Ati Priti means feeling inspired to live a spiritual life. Then, whatever actions have been told to us, Nija Nija Karma Nirata Shruti Riti. As far as sadhana is concerned, daily work is concerned, just by doing it, Bhagavan says that is not called devotion. The way that scriptures want us to do it, doing it in that way, that becomes the second sadhana. Nirata Shruti Riti means per the injunctions of Vedas. In other words, Karma Yoga. What is the result of these two? Ehi kara phala puni bishaya viraga. The result of this is also Vairagya, just living a dharmic life, doing our duties without asking questions. Taba mama dharma upaja anuraga. Person gets great love to listen to my charitra. Then the third step was Navada Bhakti. Shravana Adhika Nava Bhakti Drudahi. So we had seen this part from Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Ramacharitmanas Navada Bhakti is going to come. Mama Leela Rati Ati Mana Mahi. This is where we had paused. Now next one also we saw. Santa Charana Pankaja Ati Prema. Having love for Bhagwan, having love for saintly life. But how will it come to us? Manakrama Bachana Bhajana Drudha Nema. It will come only when we hold on to certain disciplines and fulfill them at any cost. Not being able to hold on to disciplines is also one area that the mind needs to work on. It won't be wrong to say it is one weakness of the mind. That it picks up, drops, picks up, drops. So here Goswami especially reminds us, Nema is in our hand. To get that divine love is the result of that Niyama. This we had elaborately seen, so I'm not recapping it again. Next one is very beautiful. Guru Pitu Matu Bandhu Pati Deva. Guru, husband, mother, relatives, father. Pitu is father, Pati is husband. Sab mohi kaha jane druda seva. He serves all of them as Bhagwan. This particular Chaupai is telling us we should avoid both extremes. One extreme is I don't care about Guru, I don't care about father, don't care about mother, husband, relatives. I only worship God. That is one extreme. Another extreme, getting so attached in family, relations, that you forget God. What is being said here is, Bhagavan says, serve all of them as service of God. Means serve God through them. When you are serving them, keep this thought in your mind that you are not serving individuals, but you are serving the Lord through these sambandhas. Mama guna gavata pulaka sarira. The one who has horripilations on his body while remembering my leelas, my guna. Gada gada gira nayana baha neera. One who has tears in his eyes while remembering my leelas. What this means is, we should have some leelas. Either Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Shiva, Bhagwan Rama, which we can replay quietly, silently, in solitude. That becomes our anchor to come closer to the Lord. Don't take this thing literally, because then we are focusing on the result, not the path. Tears in the eyes, horripilations, they are all results. What we should focus here is, what is the path? What is the sadhana pointed out here? Sadhana pointed out is, just as we replay some incident that we really liked. Like that, we should be able to think about some Leela of the Lord. In fact, if you read any composition, most composition of saints, they are only remembrance of certain Leelas. Gopika Geet is one example. Different Leelas of the Lord, Gopis are remembering. But even if you take some other composition, one that comes to my mind is the Akka Kelava, Akka Mahadevi, the one that she sings. She says to her friend, hey friend, oh Sakhi, listen, I saw these things, rice, betel nut leaf, coconut, akki adaki tenginekai, which means something auspicious I'm going to see now. And I was inside, in my house. In my dream, I saw these things. So I was inside my house, and there was a beggar who came with matted locks. But by the time I went, he had already left. So I followed him quietly. I held his hand, made him look around, and he was none other than Bhagwan Shiva. Mallikarjunana Kande. I saw him who was there in that form. And when I saw him, I woke up. Means once Bhagavad Darshan happens, nobody remains asleep. Just this one glimpse is sufficient to wake Jiva from avidya. The point here is, some Leela should be there which connects with our heart. And one need not speak about it, one need not talk about it, one need not share it with others. But that is our connection with the Lord. Bhagavan said, I did several Leelas here so that at least one touches our heart. So Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, list is given, different Leelas. We can use any one to meditate. Kama adi mada dambhana jake, tata nirantara basame take. The one who doesn't have pride, pretentiousness. Bhagavan says, that person's heart is very comfortable for me to live. I like to stay there. Bachana karma mana mori gati. Bhajano karahi nikama. The one who in his thought, word, and deed loves me and sings my glories without any desires. Tinake hrudaya kamalamahu karao sada bishram. I stay in their heart all the time. Others, Bhagavan says, I keep standing because time and again I feel so frustrated here. I want to run away as soon as I can. This is the definition Guruji gave. Why does Lord Vitthala stand? Vitevari ubha. He says anytime he wants to go, he can run away. But no, what he says is between Sakama Bhakta and Nishkama Bhakta, both are my devotees. That's why 4 types of devotees he points out. What he says, Nishkama Bhakta is somebody whom I feel rest staying in his heart. Now the story changes slightly. Aranya Kanda, anything can happen. See, Rama Gita, knowledge, everything is there. Suddenly Shurpanaka is coming now. You see after 16th. भगति जोग सुनि अति सुख पावा लक्ष्मण प्रभु चरणनि सिरुनावा एहि विधि गए कछुक दिन बीती कहत विराग ज्ञान गुण नीति सुपन रावण के बहिनी दुष्ट हृदय दारुण जस कहिनी पंचवटी सो गई एक बारा देखी विकल भई जुगल कुमार भ्राता पिता पुत्र मुरगारी पुरुष मनोहर निरखत नारी कोई विकल सक मन ही न रोकी जिमिर विमनि द्रवर बिहि बिलोकी रुचिर रूप धरि प्रभु महि जाई बोली बचन बहुत मुसुकाई तुम सम पुरुष नमो सम नारी यह संयोग विधि रचा विचारी मम अनुरूप पुरुष जग माही देखे खोजि लोक तिहु नाही ताते अब लगी रही कुमारी मनुमाना कछु तुमहि निहारी सीतहि चितहि कही प्रभु बात अहि कुआर मोर लघु भ्रात गई लक्ष्मण रिपु भगिनी जानी प्रभु बिलोकी बोले मृदु बानी सुंदरी सुनु मैं उनकर दास पराधीन नहीं तोर सुपास प्रभु समर्थ कौशल पुर राजा जो कछु करहि उन्हीं सब छाजा सेवक सुख चह मान भिखारी व्यसनी धन सुभगति विचारी गत व्यसनी धन सुभगति विभिचारी लोभी जसु चह चार गुमानी नभ दुहि दूध चहते प्राणी पुनि फिर राम निकट सो आई प्रभु लक्ष्मण पहि बहु पठाई लक्ष्मण कहा तो ही सो परई जो तृण तोरी लाज परिहरई तब खिसियानी राम पहि गई रूप भयंकर प्रगटत भई सीतहि सभय देखि रघुराई कहा अनुज सन सयन लक्ष्मण अति लाघव सो नाक कान बिनु की ताके कर रावण कर मनोचुनति कियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय Bhagati Joga Suni Ati Sukha Pava. Lakshmanji heard what is devotion and got lot of joy. Lachimana Prabhu Charanani Sirunava. He bowed down his head to Bhagwan Rama's feet. This is what he had asked. Tell me that by which I will get rati in your feet. That he got. Ehi bidi kahe, ehi bidi gaye kachuka dina biti. Few days went by like this. How did Bhagwan Rama and Lakshman spend their time? Kahata biraga jnana guna niti. Discussing topics of vairagya, knowledge, and niti. Niti means in a given situation, what should one do? Bhagwan gave a lot of guidance to Lakshmanji on these topics. Now at this point, Shurpanaka enters. Supanaka Ravanake Bahini. It is said generally the introduction, tells a lot about who that person is. So her name was Shurpanaka. Naka means nail. The one who has pointed nails, sharp nails, that is Shurpanaka. On this itself, many commentators have given several interpretations. What is this Naka? Naka is something which has to be trimmed. You cannot completely cut it off. Until this point, it will stay. But you cannot allow it to keep growing. So 10 nails represent 10 sense organs, which cannot be destroyed. You cannot completely cut off the nail, nor can you allow it to grow like Shurpanaka. Shurpanaka is somebody whose sense organs are unchecked. So her entire charitra here is going to represent this point. And it is said, no, it is matter of fact, not it is said. She had a husband, his name was Vidyut Jivha, and who belonged to the Danava clan. And Ravana did not like this. He fought a battle with Vidyut Jivha and finished him. And after that, she was on her own. She did whatever came to her mind. That is this Shurpanaka, sister of Ravana. Dushta Hrudaya Daruna Jasa Ahini. Now, just because she is Ravana's sister, not necessary that she is wicked. Because Vibhishanji was also Ravana's brother. But here, Goswamiji gives special introduction. She was Ravana's sister and Dushta Hrudaya. Very wicked in her mind, just like a snake. In traditional text, snake is given as an example of wickedness. Mainly because it is said it eats its own eggs. Means out of the insecurity which comes to it. This is one interpretation given. That these snakes, when they grow up, maybe they'll hurt back with this insecurity. It eats its own eggs. That is why it is called as Ahini. Daruna Jasa Ahini. Wicked as a snake. Panchabati so gai ekamara. Once she went to Panchabati. Dekhi bikala bhai jugala kumara. She saw Bhagwan Rama and Lakshmanji became infatuated with their beauty. Bhrata pita putra urugari. Kakabhushundiji is telling Garudji. Uragari means Garudji. Purusha manohara nirakata nari. This Shurpanaka was somebody, if she falls for the beauty of some person, she would not care whether it is brother, whether it is father, or even son. Hoi bikala saka manahina roki. See, now the meaning of Shurpanaka is given. Her mind would get so restless that she would not stop her mind. Wherever the mind wanted to go, she would allow it to go. How does mind go out not by itself, through sense organs. So 10 sense organs unchecked, roaming around, free spirited. That was Shurpanaka. The example is given, Jimmy Rabi Mani, Drava Rabi Hi Biloki. Literal meaning of this is, the gem, when it falls in the light of the sun, just like it melts, like that her mind would melt whenever she saw objects of fascination. This Ravi Mani, another meaning is mirror. If you keep a mirror in bright sun and you keep some cotton on it, how that cotton will melt into fumes, like that her mind would melt towards Vishayas. Ruchira Roopadhari, she couldn't go in her original form. So she took a very beautiful form. Ruchira Roopadhari Prabhu Pahi Jai, went close towards the Lord. Boli Bachana Bahuta Musukai. She started speaking few words, sweet words. See, little bit smile is okay. Bahuta Musukai, kept on smiling. Means every word Goswamiji writes has a reason. Means in front of Mayapati, she is showing her Maya. Bahuta Musukai. Bhagwan also plays good sports with her. Tuma sama purusha na moh sama nari. Yah sanjoga bidhi racha bichari. All movie songs, the source of their lyrics have come from here. You see this? Tuma sama purusha na moh sama nari. There is no man like you. And there is no woman like me. Yah sanjoga bidhi racha bichari. This pair only the Lord has made. Mama anurupa purusha jagamahi, dekhyau khoji lok tihu nahi. A fit husband for me is not there in 3 worlds. Means I've already searched, that is what I do. Tate abalagi rahiu kumari. Therefore, I am still unmarried. I am still unmarried. See, she's already lying because her husband was Vidyut Jeffer. Vidyut Jeffer, she says, I am still unmarried. One commentator makes a very beautiful point. Whatever we receive in life is prarabdha. The sense objects, bhoga, ayu, jati, all of them are said to be prarabdha. But he said whether we speak truth or untruth is not prarabdha. Whether we speak truth or untruth depends upon the value system a person holds. We cannot blame that on destiny. Manu mana kachu tumahi nihari. He says, after a lot of time, my mind has found some interest in you. I searched everywhere, couldn't find anything. Bhagwan doesn't even look at her. Sitahi chitaye. It's very disrespectful. Huh? If somebody is asking a question, you look at somebody else and answer. Bhagwan wants to communicate that emotion. Sita hi chitai kahi Prabhu bata, because Sita ji is standing there. He cannot just talk to her, even if he wants to play some sport. So he looks at Sita ji and talks to Shurpanaka. Sita hi chitai kahi Prabhu bata, ahi kuara mora lagu brata. He says, I'm already married. My younger brother is alone. Lakshman ji, he is alone. And the Shurpanaka goes to Lakshman ji. Gai Lachimana Ripu Bhagini. Just now she was telling all those things. That you and I, we have been made by the Lord. There is nobody like you and me. But when Bhagwan says, go to Lakshman ji, she goes. Gai Lachimana Ripu Bhagini Jani. Lakshman ji, knowing that she is the sister of our future enemy. Ripu Bhagini means sister of enemy. So he already knows we have come here to finish Ravana. Bhagwan, if he has sent her to me, that means there is some reason. I should not spoil his game. I should play along. Prabhu bilo ki bole mrudu bani. Looking at the Lord's intention, Lakshman ji spoke. Sundari sunu मैं una kara dasa. Hey Sundari, I am the servant of the Lord. Paradhina nahi tora supasa. If you come to me, you will not be happy. Because a servant is always subservient. I will always follow Bhagwan's instructions, and you like to be free spirited. So we won't, get along well. You go to him only. Prabhu Samartha Kosalapura Raja. On the other hand, the Lord, he is the king of Ayodhya. Jo kachu karahi unahi saba chaja. Whatever he does, it befits him. Nobody to question him. Now this line is very beautiful. Lakshman ji says, these pairs are mutually exclusive. If you have one, you will not have the other. Goswamiji has this art. When he's describing some prasanga, he will give some tips for our day-to-day life. Sevaka sukha. If somebody is a sevaka, the joy coming out of comfort. Both cannot go together. And sevaka cannot say, I am available only during this time. Means when we have seva vritti, don't take seva as a task. Whenever we have this seva vritti, that and sukha, coming out of comfort, they cannot go together. In that denial of comfort, the sevaka excels. That is the beauty of seva. Conscious denial of comfort makes his mind beautiful. So sevaka and sukha cannot go together. Mana bhikari. Bhikari here means one who constantly keeps asking. One who constantly seeks favors. That mindset and respect cannot go together. Sadhana Panchakam, Shankaracharya ji gave this as one sadhana. Janakrupa naishturyam usrujatam. He said, don't always live on favors. Janakrupa utsrujatam. Let go of constantly seeking favors. But at the same time, don't become stubborn. Naishturyam. Don't have the stubbornness that I will never take anybody's help. When you need, you take, but don't constantly keep taking help. If somebody does that, that person is not respected. So mana and bhikari, they don't go together. Vyasani dhana. If a person has addictions, list of addictions, that and wealth cannot go together. Means no matter how much he has, always he will feel, I am short. So addictions and wealth cannot go together. Subhagati bibhichari. Bibhichari means vyabhichari. Vyabhichara means licentiousness. Licentiousness and good destination, they cannot go together. Lobhi jasuchaha. If a person is greedy, he cannot expect good name. Even if he is doing good work, if he expresses greed over there, he will never get good name even because of his good work. So lobhi and jasa cannot go together. Chara gumani. Gumani means abhimani. One who has strong ego, he will not have these four purusharthas. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Four purushartha and ego, they cannot go together. If somebody says, no, they can go together, Goswamiji says, Nabaduhi duda chahata e prani. It is like squeezing the white sky and wanting to extract milk out of it. Just like that is impossible, these pairs going together are impossible. Now Shurpanaka turns back. Puni phiri Rama nikataso ai. Lakshmanji said, go to Rama, Bhagwan Rama, because he is the Lord. He will not be happy with me. So she came back to Bhagwan Rama. Prabhu lachi mana pahi bahuri pathai. Bhagwan again sent her to Lakshmanji. Now Lakshmanji said, how long will this go on? Shuttling, I sent to her, Bhagwan sends back to me. Now Lakshmanji says something so that she can show her true colors. This whole Leela is because of that. If we get this question, if Bhagwan already knew who Shurpanaka is, why did he have to do this? She came in disguise. So Bhagwan cannot do anything before she shows her true colors. So this whole prasanga was so that she comes as true Shurpanaka. Lakshmanji says, Lachimana kaha to hi so barai, so turan tori laja pariharai. Only that person who is shameless and who has broken all vows, only that person will marry you. Now this, when she hears, she gets very angry. Taba kisiyani Rama pahigai. He made a loud sound and went to Bhagwan Rama. Rupa bhayankara pragatata bhai. And she showed a very terrible form in front of the Lord. Sita hi sabhaya dekhe Raghurai. Not only she showed a terrible form, but she went on to attack Sita ji. Because she said, she is the reason, Sita ji is the reason why you are not coming with me. So let me take her out of the way. This next line is very beautiful. Kaha anujasana sayana bujhai. Bhagwan said something to Lakshman ji in code language. And Lakshman ji understood what he said. These military people and all, they don't give instructions like we give. Alpha, Charlie. So Bhagwan gave very secret instructions. Goswamiji elaborates on it in another Ramayana. That Ramayana is called Baravai Ramayana. Baravai Ramayana, Goswami Tulsidashi only has written. He has written several Ramayanas. Gitavali Ramayana, Kavitavali is there. Those are compositions, of course. This is a Ramayana called as Baravai Ramayana. Only 69 verses, all kandas are covered. So there he explains what is this hidden message that Bhagwan gave to Lakshmanji. Beda nama kahi angurina khandi akasa. This is not there in your book. What did Bhagwan say? He counted his fingers. And while counting, he took the name of each Veda. Beda nama kahi angurina khandi akasa. And he made the sign of cutting space. Beda nama kahi angurina khandi akasa patayo supanakahi lakhana ke pasa. Then he said, Lakshmanji, take care of Shurpanaka. Now Lakshmanji understood his code, executed the command. What did he say? 4 Vedas are Shruti. 4 Vedas represent the Shruti. He said, Shurpanaka is Shruti Viruddha. She is against Vedas. Therefore, cut ears. Khandi akasa. And Veda mantras, for them to, you need to, if you want to chant Veda mantras, what you need is breath. And that one who is Shruti Viruddha, one who is against Shastra, he said, nose also you can cut. In that one chaupai he has given, what is the essence of this message? Veda Namakahi, 4 Vedas represents Shastra. One who is Shastra Viruddha, ears and nose can be cut of this person. And Lakshmanji expertly executed the command. Lachimana ati laghava. Ati laghava means expertly. You know, these magicians, when they do the sword tricks and all, they'll bring it until the body, nothing will happen, and take it back. Like that, Lakshmanji, very swiftly, nobody understood what happened. Ears gone, nose gone. So, Naka Kana Binu Kina. Goswamiji doesn't say he chopped off the ears and nose. You see the chaupai carefully. Huh? Lachimana Ati Laghavasu, very expertly, Lakshmanji left her without ears and nose. How he did it? He said Lakshmanji's expertise. We don't know. Take kar Ravana kaha manao chunati dina. Through Shurpanaka, Lakshmanji sends a message to Ravana that the Lord has arrived. Your time is coming nearer. Now, without this ears and nose, Shurpanaka, how does she look? Janusrava Saila Geru Ke Dhara. As though there is a mountain and a volcano is emerging. Red volcano is emerging out of it. Like that she was looking. Ears and nose. Khara Dushana Pahi Gai Bilapata. She quickly went to Khara and Dushana. K and D. This Rakshasa pair. They are going to show a very special Leela later. But they were her brothers. So he went to Khara and Dushana. Dhiga Dhiga Tava Paurusha Bala Bhrata. And she tried to instill the anger in them. Said, shame on your strength, shame on your power. Tehi pucha saba kahin si bujhai. They asked her what happened. And she added all masala from her side and told the same story with so much of other things. So that they get angry. Even with Ravana, she does that. What has happened on top of that, so many other things she adds. It was part of Bhagwan's, Leela only, so that Ravana gets agitated and he comes. Jatu Dhana Suni Sena Banai. Very quickly, Karadushana, they gather different Rakshasas. Now they go towards the Lord. Dhaye Nisichara Nikara Barutha, Janu Sapach, Kajjala Karajutha. Goswamiji's examples and metaphors, nobody can beat them. This is all Rakshasas running. How is it looking? It is looking like, the Colerium Kajal, the mountains of Kajal with wings. Janu Sapacha Kajala Kirijuta. Lot of mountains with wings of Kajal, they are going. Nana Bahana, Nana Kara. Different vehicles, different forms. Nana Yuddha Dhara Ghora Para. Different types of weapons they are carrying. And who is their logo in front? Shurpanaka Aage. Shurpanaka Aage Kari Dini. The person in front is Asubha Rupa Shruti Nasahi. This is Shurpanaka, which is in front. Asaguna Amita Hohi Bhayakari. All of them are seeing bad omens. Ganahina Mrutyu Bibasa Sabajhari. What the irony is, nobody is seeing any of these bad omens. Garjahi, Tarjahi, Gagana Udahi. They are all throwing lot of dust in the air and they are making lot of fierce sound. Deki Katuka Bhata Ati Harashahi. Looking at the army, all of them are feeling very happy that this is the, demon's army which is going. Komukaha Jiyata Dharahu Dvo Bhai. Somebody says, catch both the brothers alive. Dhari Marahu Tiya Lehu Chadai. Somebody says, kill them. Take his wife away. Who is saying this? All the Rakshasas. They are encouraging each other while going there. Dhuri Puri Naba Mandala Raha. The dust filled up with sky. Rama Bolai Anuja Sanaka. Bhagwan calmly calls Lakshmanji and tells him something. Lay Janakihi Jahu Giri Kandara. Please take Sitaji in a cave. Ava Nisichara Katuka Bhayankara. There is a huge army of demons who are coming. Rahehu sajag, but remain alert. Suni Prabhu ke bani, listening to Bhagwan's speech. Chale sahita Shri Saradhuni pani. Whatever is Bhagwan's command, Lakshman ji implicitly obeys it. He took Sita ji, went away. देह की राम रिपुदल चली आवा बिहसी कठिन कोदंड चढ़ावा. Now Bhagwan is going to show his another leela. He takes his bow, starts sharpening his arrow, and these are around 24,000 Rakshasas, and Bhagwan is alone. He looks at all of them and he's just sharpening his arrow. Goswamiji says, this form of the Lord I want to meditate upon. So next chandas is that form of the Lord. Ko danda katina chadai sirajat joota bandhat so kahe. Soha kyon? Ko danda katina chadai, the one who has strung his bow. Sirajata joota bandhat, one who has tied his matted locks, now because he has to fight. How beautiful he is looking. Marakata sayala para larata damini koti so juga bhujagajo. If there is a mountain of blue sapphire, on that there are thousands of lightnings and two snakes fighting. So now who is who, we have to figure out. Lightning ideally will go with Bhagavan. So Khara Dushana are the two snakes. Although in the translation it is given differently. Two snakes are referred to Bhagwan's two arms. Then who will be the lightning? All the Rakshasas. So it is better to put lightning with Bhagwan, and those two are Khara and Dushana, the snakes. So this lightning is fighting with that snake. Means Bhagwan alone, his arrows were such that it looked like that 1,000 lightnings. Katikasi Nishanga. On his waist there is a quiver. Bisala bhuja, broad chest. Gahi chap bisikha sudharike. He is keeping his bow and is sharpening his arrow. Strategizing. Different people are coming, different directions, and is strategizing how I should take care of all of them. Chitavata manahu mruga raja prabhu gajaraja ghata niharike. Just like a lion strategizes before it has to pounce on a herd of elephants. Bhagwan is thinking while looking at all these Rakshasas. Ai gaye bagamela. Leaving their hideouts. Baga means garden. Bagamela means those who have come out of their hideouts and comfortable places. Dharahu dhavata subhata. There is all chaos around. People are saying, catch him, catch him. Jatha biloki akela, bal rabihi, gherata danuja. All of them surround Bhagwan. Just like this, Danuja, one Rakshasa is there, who surrounds Bhagwan Surya, thinking that he is alone. Early morning when he rises, there is one Danava. The name is given here as Mandeha Danava. He goes and attacks the sun. Like that, all these Rakshasas came and surrounded the Lord. But something very beautiful happens here. Let us allow them to see the Lord for a few days. They're all seeing Bhagwan and looking at him, they say, Are, this is the one with whom we have to fight. His presence is so soothing, his form is so beautiful. Khara both of them say, let us not fight. Let us send a messenger to him. That we will see in the next session. Aganita guna gana bhushana Rama, Ashrita vatsala jaya jaya Rama, Ayodhyavasi Sita Rama, Apad bandhava jaya jaya Rama, Dasharatha nandana Shri Rama, Dashamukha mardana jaya jaya Rama, Kausalya sukhavardhana Rama, Kamita phaladana jaya jaya Rama, Papa vimochana Shri Rama, Pattabhi Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, जानकी वल्लभ सीतारामा जय रघुरामा जय सीताराम वानर सेवित श्रीराम वारिधि बंधन जय जय राम हनुमत पूजित सीताराम श्रीराम जय जय राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावना श्रीराम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. There is one very special announcement regarding the Ramacharitmanas Parayanam. So please stay back, Kavindraji.
I'll start with a prayer. Mahabir bin bau Hanumana Ram jasu jas aap bakhana. I bow to Mahavir, Hanumanji, whose glories Bhagwan himself sang with great delight. You guessed it right, with Hanumanji's grace and blessings. We are delighted to announce that Akhanda Ramcharitmanas Parayan is now open during the Ram Navami weekend. This is an exceptional opportunity to sing the glories of Bhagwan along with other Ram Bhaktas, and we invite you to come and actively participate in this Akhanda Ramcharitmanas Parayan. As you might have noticed, this time around, the Parayan will be Akhanda, meaning without a break, no pauses, and will be held at our ashram in San Jose. So we'll start from noon on Friday, the 4th of April. We'll continue through the night of Friday and conclude on Saturday, 5th of April. We'll be releasing a link to the sign-up sheet for lead chanters shortly after I conclude. Now, in order to manage, this from a time perspective, it's a Akhand Parayan. Several slots have already been pre-filled, but there's also several slots that are available where you can sign up to lead the chanting. Now, one request I'm making is you sign up if you have chanted Ramcharitmanas before. Now, here is a brief sign-up process that I will walk through. This is how the sheet is going to look like. And yeah. And so you see in this sheet, you have some names pre-filled here. Sohamji's name and Kirtidaji. And then if you can go back up, Sriniji, yes. So names have been pre-filled, but there are also open rows here. You'll see here, and it talks about the Doha. Like in this case, Balkan Doha 63 and up to 67. So if there's an open row, you go ahead and you can fill it. You write your name here and you write your email here. We need the email so that we can contact you. And so the one request I make is please fill only one slot. The second request is please fill only the blank slot, blank row. Okay. Now, now clearly, as you go through the process, there might be a situation where you don't see a row that you can fill, or there are spots that you want to go use are filled up. In that case, just send me an email. And here is at the top right corner is the email that you can send your request, again with your name and email and the times you're looking to chant. Also, we have the chanting guide for make it bigger? Yeah, so it has a place where chanters can go through and look at different ways of chanting. If this is new to you, you can select your tune. We will also be conducting some online sessions where we can go over this in detail, but this is just a brief introduction to where you can start looking around if you need help. So again, the opportunity here is that everybody is going to be chanting Bhagwan's name together. So, and we will try to accommodate everyone or as many as we can. I'll do my best to do that. So this is a very short, brief announcement. There'll be other emails. There will be other, information that will be disseminated as we go through with the various processes here. So once again, I invite you all to experience Ram Janma in your hearts before Ram Navami by joining us in singing the glories of Bhagwan in this Akhand Ramacharitmanas Parayan. Hari Om.
Thank you, Kavindraji. The link is here in the chat. If you all can click and save it, it will also be shared via email and website. It's gone live on the website, right? Or later?
Yes, and I'm going to enable people to be able to fill in their names.
Hari Om Pranam Sohamji. Someone has a question. Will your weekend discourses will be on or not?
No, we won't have discourses on that weekend, and we'll communicate as we come closer to that. Okay, no classes. Bal Vihar is no change. Adult classes won't be there. All of that we will communicate.
Yes, we'll communicate all of that. Yeah. Yes, it's live now.
Okay, shall we conclude?
Yes.
Okay. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari